guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 8 of season 4 of Battlestar Galactica. Shit hath hitteth the fan. Roslyn is on a base star wanting to talk to a hybrid, and when the hybrid gets plugged in, jumps away. Now, I think that the hybrid was like, jump before the shit hits the fan. Because Athena killed 6. And while I get why she did it, it's so irritating because it wasn't the 6 that was in the dream. She obviously doesn't look a thing like 6. Yes, she knows who Hera is because Hera is like the first human hybrid, silent hybrid baby, kid, person. You know, like she's famous. So yeah, she knows who Hera is, but 6 wasn't a threat to Hera. She wasn't going to take Hera, and I understand Athena being upset about what she saw in front of her and being concerned about it because of the dream. I think Hera was drawn to 6. Obviously, Hera had drawn 6, and that scared Athena. I get it, but did we have to kill her? So the fact that the base star jumps away right at that moment is definitely the hybrid going, I need to stop this thing from happening. So I think if the other Cylons knew that 6 was killed, immediately they would lay waste. they would kill the president, they'd kill Gaius, they'd kill Hilo. It would be very bad. But the fact that Hilo is on the base star and Athena is back on Galactica, hopefully she recognizes her error in doing what she did. Now, again, I don't know what the result is of that. I don't know. Maybe it was a good thing. Maybe it was a bad thing. Maybe it's like a neutral thing, you know, like I just don't think that it was the best idea. You know, ask questions, not just like, how do you know who Hera is, but like, why am I seeing this opera house? Why am I dreaming about a 6 with Gaius? Like, why? Ask those questions rather than just say like, you're a threat to my daughter and I have to kill you. Now, again, I don't blame her. I'd be terrified if my daughter's drawing this person and then is drawn to this person and then you're drawing your gun to kill her. Yep, okay, I get how it's all connected, but ooh, fallout is going to be something. So we didn't really get anything with Admiral Adama really except for Ty. Which I think is very important because the connections that all of the Final 5 have with the rest of the fleet, well, I guess the Final 4 have with the rest of the fleet, the fact that I think anyone finding out that Chief is a Cylon is going to be a kick in the gut. I think Adama finding out that Ty is a Cylon, it's going to be heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. The president already doesn't trust Tori anymore because she found out about Tori sleeping with Gaius. The president was saying that Gaius was lying about the visions, well, then she admits that they are true, especially to Lee, and then she admits it to Gaius. So, like Tori's already in hot water with Roslyn, and I understand it, I get it. Roslyn has never liked Gaius, ever. You know, she's always been like, keep him close so we can keep an eye on him. She's never trusted him whatsoever. And then to find out that her right-hand person is in a physical relationship with him and is kind of being drawn into his cult, that's intense. That's a lot. So I feel bad for Tori, but I really feel bad for Roslyn in that sense. But I think Roslyn finding out that Tori is a Cylon, which if they jumped away and they're going to go find the Final 5, will Roslyn keep it quiet? Like, will he keep it quiet? Will she keep it quiet that Ty is a Cylon, that Chief is a Cylon, that Tori is a Cylon, that Anders is a Cylon? Because all of the people that hate Cylons the most are the ones that have befriended Cylons or become lovers with or are, you know, served in the military with, you know, so I'm really worried, but I actually just want to get to it already. Like, pull off the Band-Aid. Let me experience the pain of all these relationships breaking apart and people feeling hurt and enraged. Like, let's just get there already because, can you see my nose? It's red. I tried to cover it with makeup and make it shiny so it wasn't so red, but I've done so much crying with everything that I've been watching this weekend that I mean, why not? It par for the course at this point. I don't know what this episode is about, but I highly doubt that it's a funny one. Yeah. So, we got a little bit with Lee, like really like wanting Rosalind to talk to the Quorum of 12 about the plan and like keep them in the loop. And I think that that's smart because like she's making all of these decisions on her own, and that is kind of a dictatorship. So, I think, involving a committee and people who have been through it just as much as you have. I think that, like, not necessarily that they should have a say and you should go with what they say, but I think that they should be in the know. I don't think that they should kind of be left in the dark about any of these plans, even if they like them or not. It's definitely, I think Rosalind's really doing what she thinks is right. And she's kind of going like with her gut with certain things. And then other times, like the whole trust my vision, but not Starbuck's vision. I get it. Like, Starbuck was killed and came back from the dead, but, people have no problem believing in Jesus, but they don't believe in Starbuck. Just not in the show, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, this show is so like there are machines that look like humans. You can't believe that, like, maybe she transferred to a different plane of time. I get that the circumstances are weird, but I'm just like, okay, she's in a brand new Raptor. Shoot her out of the sky. Like she gets on the ship and she doesn't remember anything. You put her in the brig and you question her, but like you say like what she's saying might be honest. It might be true because Starbuck. Maybe this isn't the same Starbuck. I don't know. I get irritated because like how do they not see this as a miracle when they've witnessed miracles themselves? Like the Eye of Jupiter on the kelp planet or whatever it is, the seaweed planet, whatever the frick that nastiness was. Algae? Looks like pond scum. Anyway, like they've seen things that are miraculous. So, but they still don't believe in miracles. And I can't tell you that I've seen miraculous things for me to believe in miracles, but they have seen it. They have seen her like fly in a Cylon Raider and show up with her name taped to the bottom of it. Like they've seen miracles happen. So it's kind of like, come on, guys, let's get it together. So I don't know where we're going to start this. If we're going to start this on the base star, if we're going to start it on the Galactica. I want to see the fallout of the base star, so probably get Galactica. Probably Galactica. We're probably going to be like, they just jumped, track that ship, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, Athena holding a gun and Six bleeding on the floor and... Yikes. But I still can't wait to get into it, so guys, let's go. Great moment. Oh, she's not dead. Oh, Athena, what did you do?
Keep some pressure on that wound until I can get to the artery. Mask on.
Please save her.
Kidnapped. President Battlestar? I heard Battlestar was with her. Are you saying he's responsible?
I heard it was...
Oh, I didn't think about that. Shit.
No. All right, everybody, just calm down.
Mr. Vice President, grab some questions for you.
You think? If I have a lot of questions.
Our first priority is to get out as much verifiable information as we can to avoid a general panic.
Good job,
To that
Zarek.
end, I asked Admiral Adama to come and answer our questions directly. Unfortunately, he wouldn't take my call.
At this time...
He's a little busy.
However, please, just a moment.
Oh, come on, Coddle. Is she good? Is she good? Is she good? Oh.
For now, the powers granted me by law, I have taken over as president.
Here.
Oddly enough, I feel okay with this. Couldn't have told me that at the beginning of the whole show that I'd feel that way. Don't go to the light. Don't go to the light. No. I hope that was peaceful for her.
If this fleet needs reassurance, then you reassure them. You can tell Zarek he can go to hell.
Oh, well, that's not a good way to handle that. It's a very Adama way to handle it.
Sir.
Do you hate your people so much?
No, sir, of course not.
Then you tell me why.
Oh
You
boy.
make me understand why you did this.
Oh, he makes me scared when he does this. He's so intense.
She was gonna take my child.
They did it before.
You disobeyed the direct orders of a superior officer. But more importantly, you betrayed a promise to me. I trusted you.
I just ask that you please don't take it away.
I'm afraid the brig is no place for a little girl. Guards! Get her out of my sight.
Do you honestly think that your father will hand over power to this administration?
That's kind of laughable, actually.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have no authority, we have no power, we have
I feel so bad for the quorum because when they're saying they have no authority, it's 100% true. They never have. But again, they're fighting a war, which I hate using that because I don't think that that's an excuse. But Adama does not care about the politics of anything. He cares about keeping people alive and things running smoothly. And they are not running smoothly. Man, when Edward James almost gets like that intense stare, oh my God, he could blow up something with his eyes. I swear, Superman style lasers.
They were determined to resurrect the three. To do that, they gotta go to the hub.
Mm-hmm.
You find it, we'll find them.
Oh, they just ruined that Kate Vernon's in this episode.
Wants us to consider having the fleet bunch up tighter so it's easier to defend.
Means counting on a bunch of civvies, flying close formation. Yeah. Organize it.
You've had time to be training these people. I'm just saying, I'm still kind of stuck on the whole fuel scenario union thing.
Now you're advising me to step aside from a position that by law is mine. A position I was elected to.
But you
Why
were
is he
never
asking me to
elected
do
president.
But I was elected to office, which is more than Rosalind can claim. Why do you think she kept me on in the first place?
Now, the quorum has a legal authority to appoint an interim president in a time of crisis.
Oh, please don't be
suppose
Lee.
you have someone in mind.
No. No, not yet.
Oh, 100% they're picking Lee.
Past 5 years isn't a true government, but a tacit agreement between a military strongman and a political strong woman to rule together by fiat. I heard you ask the quorum to authorize the creation of a civil defense force.
Hey! I didn't see that name pop up. That makes me happy.
Lambkin's first rule of legal dynamics.
Uh-huh.
When an irresistible force meets a movable object, stand aside
Yep.
and wait for the class action suit. Someone to take Tom Zarek's place as interim president until the next round of elections.
Romo Lampkin's got an idea.
No one on the quorum is
Oh,
going
the
to
cat's
lift a
alive.
finger.
Why did I think the cat died? I mean, I did see the cat when they got into the room, but still.
Unless you want to start discussing what's been keeping you here.
Oh. What would be that? Well, what's the reason?
Sometimes it's better to settle for what you've already got.
What's Romo going through? Puss, 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 puss.
See if she'll tell you anything about the hub.
And then this is where he sees Ellen. Great.
Bill, we'll find her. We'll find all of them.
I like when Ty does that for him. Calm reassurance.
Why is a dying woman so important to you?
Not to me, goddammit, to the old man!
They are friends. Wow. Would never have called this. Ever.
Do you love me?
What?
Be honest with me. I've been honest with you.
I don't believe this.
This has gone too fucking far. I don't know what kind of
Easy,
mind
Saul.
games you are playing with me, lady, but it ends here.
Jesus Christ, Saul. He acts like she's doing that. He's doing that.
Racetrack and the skulls are on their way to intercept.
Interesting.
Actual racetrack. Still no response to hails.
Someone had to jump that bird.
Uh-huh. Who?
I can't see
Hilo?
a fracking thing from here. Skulls, take the wheel. I'm going for a walk.
Oh. I love that we're seeing this. Cool scene, racetrack.
Safety line secure.
Fly!
Moving toward the raptor.
Oh. I just thought she would jump.
Looks empty inside.
Can you jump an empty raptor, or does someone need to be in it? Like, can you manually do that from outside of the ship?
Grav field's off.
Ah!
It's Pike. He's dead.
But how? Why? What happened? So it was shot when it jumped, or before it jumped, or on its way to jumping. Oh, shit.
Flight leader, Battlestar commander, quorum delicate. Man doesn't carve out a path like that through life without...
All right, enough of the psychoanalysis. Let's get back to the job in hand.
No, I was enjoying it. Let's go back.
Does your father have some other place he wants to go?
What? Where the hell did they go? And why didn't they tell us?
Oh, anytime we get Romo Lampkin, I'm just captivated by every scene that he's in. I was listening to Michael Rosenbaum's podcast with him on it, the actor, I forget his name right now, but like, phenomenal storyteller.
Other debris indicative of resurrection technology. I'm afraid it paints a pretty clear picture.
Which
They
is?
found the hub and they destroyed it.
Oh.
The question is, where'd they go from here? Oh, Bill, you are way too close to this.
Yeah.
To inform them that several of their ships will be requisitioned to expand the search for Laura Rosalind and the missing base ship.
But he's bypassing us completely.
I understand. We're doing the best. I
It's
understand.
funny, I was saying Rosalind was the one that was doing that, and now it's Adama.
She's already been approached to run for office. No interest in politics.
Sadly, now she really impresses me.
Gods. You ever feed that animal? Where is he anyway?
You didn't leave him over there, did you? Oh.
And while you're digesting that, I have some other news. I ran some tests
Yeah.
on your Cylon prisoner. Guess what I found?
What? Hate when they leave a scene without info.
I know that you've been spending a lot of time interrogating the Six. I'm not torturing her, if that's what you're worried about. I'm not. That I could almost understand. Cottle tells me she's pregnant.
Whoa.
What the frick have you been thinking, Colonel?
How is
Do you deny it? You can't! What the hell have you been thinking?
Did he? It's not even possible, Cylon getting another Cylon pregnant?
I'm through jeopardizing this ship because of your weaknesses.
My weakness.
Yeah, your weakness.
You're risking all our lives for what? Our missing pilots? No, for a woman.
What do you think Ellen would say about her husband impregnating a frickin' Cylon prisoner?
Don't hit him! Don't hit him! Oh! Oh no! Oh god, guys! Oh! Stop! Stop! Oh, that damn ship has been through so much.
You know how many times I've had to repair this thing?
thought Cottle was talking about Natalie. Can he get Six pregnant?
Admiral Adama.
Oh. Oh, this'll be nice.
Lee said you once gave him something before a mission. A lighter, was it?
Oh. Yeah.
I always imagined you a realist, Admiral. Not one to indulge a vain hope at the cost of lives. Everyone has his limits.
Yeah.
Sine qua non, as they say.
Without which not.
Yes.
You may have a point, Counselor.
And while I'm on a roll, Tom Zarek may not be an ideal president, but we could do worse.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. There are limits to my realism.
Oh.
Goodbye, Counselor.
So happy to get a scene between those two. But that's gonna play up there, because that's what happens.
I can't let her go. I've lost my objectivity. Tell the quorum that I'm relinquishing command effective immediately.
To Ty?
What if we're going about this backwards, hey lads? What if instead of picking names and finding fault, we ask ourselves the qualities that we want in a new chief executive and see who fits that bill?
Lee Adama?
We might as well spell out one name. Just one. One we knew from the start. Other times, no matter what you tell yourself, you know the outcome is fixed.
What are you doing? What did he just put on his person? Yeah, I could have called that from the very beginning. But did he put a gun in his pants?
I couldn't wait to tell you.
Tell me what?
We found our candidate. Someone the Admiral can't help but accept.
Yeah? Who?
Savor your victory, Mr. Adama. Because you'll never get the chance to serve.
Okay, I knew he put a gun in his pants, but why? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why? You are a shining beacon of hope. Only hope is the last thing we need.
Roma, what the hell are you talking
about? Yeah, what are you talking about?
You want to know why?
Can you not treat the cat that way?
Open it!
Well, I don't think you put the cat in there, right?
Ugh.
He did.
They killed my cat!
Romo, he's been dead for weeks.
Belonged to my wife.
Oh, he's been seeing the cat.
But at a certain point, faith in ourselves, in our right to survive, that's a choice. Well, I've made mine. And if you can't stomach that, then you had damn well better squeeze that trigger right now.
Whoa.
Or you can make a choice and help me. I'm gonna make a difference in this fleet.
He always does. Don't doubt him. Don't doubt him.
Then swear it.
I, Leland Joseph Adama, do now avow and affirm that I take the office.
That exhausted the hell out of me.
In case you forgot, my last term at the helm was a complete disaster. It was a long time ago. You're not the same man you were.
No, not at all. Now he's a Cylon.
Been tested in ways I can barely begin to imagine.
We haven't seen him drinking.
You're ready.
I think you are.
Besides, don't count on this being permanent.
Don't get comfy.
Put these on, and you lead the people to Earth the best way you can.
The final five would lead them to Earth. Oh. They're like true brothers. Duke it out. Hug it out. I was not prepared for this episode to be like this. Wow. Hey, buddy. Got a gun?
Romo.
A puppy.
One day in office and you've already got a first pet.
But Jake here's the genuine hero of the resistance.
Is he for you, Romo?
Jake, meet Romo. Romo, meet Jake. Your new best friend.
There's one thing I hate more than cats. It's dogs.
Yeah,
See,
right.
a new pet for you to loathe. I knew it'd be the perfect gift. Good luck, Jake.
Yeah. Now you gotta walk them. Cats are easier.
Waiting alone in a Raptor while the rest of the fleet jumps away, that's not just getting in a plane.
He's gonna
That
wait
sounds a lot
around?
like- sounds a lot like suicide, Dad.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Waiting for her.
Because I can't live without her. Laura's gonna get to the rendezvous point. I have to believe that.
Look at that suit! Oh my gosh, this is a much different man than the beginning of this season.
What are yours, Starbuck?
Nothing but the rain, sir.
Grab your gun and
Bring in the cat. Saying goodbye to his daughter and his son. Temporarily, I'm sure. Sir, just when you get on my nerves, you make my heart just sing.
Galactica, this is Husker. I'm in position.
Oscar.
Commence jump.
Is it Commander Ty? Admiral Ty? No longer XO. I gotta know rank. It's very important. Oh, that makes me sick to my stomach. Alone in space. I was gonna say with your thoughts, but your thoughts and your feelings. He's just gonna read and wait for her. I'd love to say that that's romantic, but it's incredibly romantic for him. Okay, always nice to see Mark Shepard back. Like I said, like he was on a podcast. He was on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and he was talking about like the medical emergency he went through recently, and I love listening to him speak. He's captivating. I don't care if he's acting, if he's just telling a story, shooting the shit with somebody on a podcast. He's captivating, and just I saw Kate Vernon's name for the special guests, but I did not see his. And what a treat to get Romo Lampkin again. Now, I didn't think that would be the capacity in which we'd get him in. And I was just like, didn't his cat die? But I kept seeing it. But then like Lee tripping over the bowl and being like, don't you ever feed your cat? Or something like that. And like, I guess we're just seeing him imagining the cat, especially when he's talking to the cat, going over the names and everything. Like, he's kind of having himself a little mental breakdown. I mean, I think the way that they show a lot of people in this show having their little breakdowns, I mean, they're big, but like having their moments of when they're breaking down is really pronounced with alcohol, and excessive amounts of alcohol. You saw the same thing with Adama when he's talking to Ty just before they got into a tussle. But yeah, like it's very nice to have Romo Lampkin back. I love all the scenes we get with him. It was really nice to get one with him and Adama and kind of talking about hope. And being a realist, and I love how like Adama like kind of shuts shit down, but then it ruminates in his head, and he always ends up coming to the conclusion that he should, which is he is too close to the situation. And it's the same thing when they were searching for Starbuck, how him and Lee were too close to the situation, that they were kind of like causing a lot of trouble with the fleet, like running out of fuel and, endangering lives. And, there's always a risk because the Cylons could, jump into orbit or whatever. Dratus would pick them up at any point. And it was kind of the same thing where, he's trying to find Laura. Oh my gosh. When he says he can't live without her. Stop. I don't know if that's necessarily romantic at all. I feel like when people say you can't live without somebody is it's really devastating to self because, you know, as much as I don't want to live without certain people in my life, I can live without them in my life. But for him to say that, you know, that's a very open emotional thing for him to say, especially to his son, and you know, leaving and waiting for her to jump back and believing that they'll be back and just waiting with his book. My God, it's so beautiful. And it's only beautiful because it's him, you know, like when certain characters do certain things, I'm just like really touched, because it's not that it's out of character, but it's part of their character they don't delve in too much. So when you get that sweet, chewy center that is Admiral Adama's heart, it is so wonderful and beautiful. Now, I knew right from the beginning when they were like, Zarek can't be the president, which I was like, imagine like the president like resigning and people just not liking the vice president and being like, yeah, no, we're just going to go ahead and, you know, pick somebody else for president, not the line of succession. Like, if I'm Zarek, I'm like, like, what the hell? You know? But, and what's funny is that it was because Admiral Adama didn't trust Zarek, but now Admiral Adama is not Admiral anymore. Ty is in charge. So if he had resigned, or had I don't even know what it is, if he took a sabbatical, because he's reading in space, but like, you know, takes a sabbatical from his post, you know, and hands command over to Ty, then Ty makes the decision whether or not to work with Zarek. I do feel that like that's kind of weird writing in a sense. And then really from the beginning, when they're trying to pick somebody to replace him, I'm like, you know, it's going to be Lee. And it's not even just because of the character that he is, but it's the character that he has. You know, we've seen that time and time again, that he's always the guy that wants to do the right thing. And damn if it ruins everything. You know, his marriage ended. He was fighting with everybody that he knew and he loved, but he still wanted to do the right thing. And in the end, the right thing was done. Yeah, Lee's a Boy Scout. You know, like Lee is 100% the best candidate for president while Rosalind's away. And, you know, it was kind of the same thing where it's just like Admiral Adama was kind of like, I don't want to say a dictator because he wasn't telling them what to do, but like, you know, he's not concerned with the quorum, and the quorum exists for a reason. Now, it always feels like it's just infighting and people screaming at each other, which I don't think is the best way to get things done anyway. But yeah, you can't just ignore those people because they're representation of other people in the fleet. And you have to take that into account. I mean, in my mind, you have to. That doesn't mean that they do, that they will, and that they're going to, but like you should. So, Ty. Apparently, I thought Coddle was talking about Natalie, and that Natalie was pregnant when she died. Which I was like, how the hell did that happen? But like, how is Six pregnant? Like, Cylons can't have babies with each other, as far as I know. I think I've ruled out Gaius, but like, can they just spontaneously get pregnant? I feel like I'm missing like a whole episode or a whole puzzle piece that we did not see or witness. And him, you know, seeing Ellen through Six, I don't know, maybe he had a moment where he was just like seeing Ellen and it happened, which really sucks for Six, because like, you know, like she just wants a true, genuine connection most of the time. And, you know, he's still seeing his wife. I don't know if that's what happened. But I don't think that they can get pregnant from each other. Maybe a guard? Gaius himself? Spontaneous? I have no idea. I totally thought that he was talking about Natalie. And that was sad. And the whole thing with Athena, like, I knew it was going to go that way. You know, like that was so destructive and dangerous for her to do. And I get why, but at the same time, there was no reason for her to think that Six was a threat. You know, like I said, like Hera's drawings all have blonde Six, and that Six wasn't blonde. So obviously she died for no reason. I do like that Coddle like held her hand and in her last moment was there to comfort her. And it seemed like she like left in peace. So that's great. But that scene with Adama and Athena, woo! Oh man, Grace Park is so good. She's so good. How she could just have those tears pouring down her face. I mean, if I cry like that, snot. But like, it's so good. And then to have, you know, Eddie this close from you, acting his ass off, just doing an amazing job. Like, wow. I mean, it does take the other person in the scene to guide you to feel that way. And if she really, really cares about, you know, what he thinks of her in real life, then of course it's going to affect her while she's acting. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But it looks like the resurrection hub was destroyed. So no take-backsies. No one gets to be reborn. So I'm guessing the next episode we see all that go down, because there's people that died in raptors and vipers, and there are pieces of Battlestar that is all tore up, and it doesn't seem like it's the same Battlestar as what I got from that. So they must have jumped to the hub, and whatever Battlestar was there, or whatever Cylons probably thought they were going to go to that hub for the Deannas. You know, they got into a fight. But it does seem like that hub was destroyed, and I'm hoping the Deannas were unboxed and that they did have time to talk and explain, or like say who the final five were. That last one is still a little trickster to me. I mean, there's just like some people that like I'm like, it'd be way too obvious if it was Gaius. So I don't think that it's Gaius. I don't think that it's Starbuck. I'm not quite sure. I could sit here and like say all the reasons why I think it is certain people. Like for, you know, a while there I thought it was Gata, and then I was like, nah, there's no way. And then I was like, nah, maybe it is Gata. And I don't know. I need that revealed like yesterday. I need to know. And I think the next episode we're going to find out. So guys, the full-length reaction to this episode will be available on my Patreon, and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. If you could do all 3, that's very helpful for the channel. But 1, Romo Lampkin, always amazing to have him back. But 2, was it very obvious to you that like Lee was going to be named president? Like, because I was like, I know he wrote down Lee's name. He had to have wrote down Lee's name from the beginning. I'm like, it's going to be Lee. It's gonna be Lee. So I wasn't shocked. I don't know if you guys were shocked, but also the pregnancy. What? Adama relinquishing being an admiral and giving Ty command. How did you feel about that? Because it does not make me feel good in my tum-tums. I like the Ty that we have now, as opposed to the one that had control back in season 1. That guy was definitely erratic. He was drunk all the time. He was making choices emotionally. He wasn't listening. And he's like, what about the people we left behind? And it's just like, the people on Cobalt that we sent down there? Like, do you not remember? So it's like, now I think he's very sharp. And it doesn't seem like he's drinking. So that's great. That's a good sign. You know, the only thing that's bad is that he sees Ellen. And especially if he's in charge and he's going to go see Six whenever he wants. That fight between him and Admiral Adama was shocking. I did not want him to punch him, but they were just egging each other on. Ooh! Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But guys, come back here for the next episode. And in the meantime, I'll see ya.